And why do you like hopscotch?
Because it's my favourite game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10!
I'm a bald-headed chicken and I got no sense. And I've been to heaven so I don't know where.
Cops and Robbers, where there was like a small group who would act as the cops, and then there was a whole bunch of us who would be robbers, and then there was two sides. One side where you could be safe if you got there. If you reached that area, you were safe and the cops couldn't get you. However, if you had to run around. And if they did catch you, then you get taken to like the jailhouse. Where you have to stay until someone's able to run around and then tag you out, and then it's just a whole cycle that repeats, and then it's just endless fun.
Sticky glue is like stuck in the mud.
So the person says, I went to the shop and bought sticky glue.
They don't have to say sticky glue immediately. If it's like a trick. If they say sticky and someone runs away, you start all over again.
It's basically another version of stuck in the mud, but more tricky.
Once they say, I went to the shop and bought sticky glue, everyone has to run.
Sticky glue.
And once you're caught, you have to have your hands stretched out. To get unfreed, someone has to run under your arm.
No, she came for me.
And if you get caught more than 3 times, you have to join the person who's catching.
How do you play hide and seek?
First, all you need to do is put your hands in your face and no picking. But some people hide, they have to count to 10 or 100 or 1,000, 29,000, and then they have to say, but they know, here I come, and they find other people, and they can see with their eyes, and then they say, boo, I found you! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. Here I not, here I come! I can see you! Found you!
And we play off-ground touch in St Margaret.
This game is similar to it, and the main objective is to not get caught by the person who is it.
You have to keep your feet off the ground. If your feet are on the ground, that means the person that is it can hit you. If your feet are off the ground, they can't touch you.
And the main home is a place where there's loads of seats, so you can easily sit there and have your feet off of the ground.
I'm it. Emily, you're it.
We're going to explain a game we call Gladiator Square. Basically, inside Gladiator Square, the objective is to not get caught whilst you're in the Gladiator Square. To start the game, you stand outside an area which you can choose, and there's one person catching. Within 10 seconds, you have to step inside the square, otherwise you're out.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Once that you're all inside the square, the ITER has to get you. and so basically you have to run away from him, try to avoid him for as long as possible. And the last one standing wins.
What's the time, Mr. Williams?
Play green light, red light at St. Margaret's School.
The objective is basically to get to the person at the end. It's a bit like what was the time Mr. Wolf, but complicating.
The person who you're trying to get to can say green light twice.
Green light.
The person can say red light, and if he sees you and he or she sees you moving, you have to start all over again. The first person to get to the other end is the winner, and so it's their turn.
Green light. Red light. Oh. Daniel. I wasn't sent out last time. Daniel got you.
They used to play Snippy Crocodile.
How do you play that?
First, you had to be the crocodile, and first you had to snip up a people's arm, and then they can snip too, and then everybody needs to hide, and then Snippy crocodiles needs to snip where they are, and then they say, "I found you."
Everyone should know it, even people that are older, like Duck Duck Goose. It needs to be so entertaining.
The players sit in a large circle facing inwards. One player is chosen to be the tapper and walks around the outside of the circle. As they walk around, the tapper begins to touch each child gently on the head while saying duck. At some stage, they would tap a child and say goose instead. The goose then jumps up and chases the tapper around the circle. The tapper, in turn, tries to get all the way back to the goose's spot called home without getting caught. If the tapper gets home safely, the goose becomes the new tapper and the game starts again. If the goose catches the tapper, the game starts again with the tapper being on once more. If the goose catches the tapper, they then turn into a duckling. They have to squat down in the centre of the circle and make duck noises, waving their arms about like a duck would. This player then remains in the centre of the circle while another goose is caught. If the person who has been picked to be the goose manages to get back to the space first, they can then fold their arms so they are not chosen again.
Sailor. 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 1, 2, 3. Ride Venus. Assassina. Big boys. Crazy girls. Ride Venus. Assassina. Big boys. Crazy girls. Statue. You moved. That's all that.
A, B, C, hit. That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it, Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Hot chocolate, Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Ice cream.
Miss Mary, my, dressed in black, silver buttons all down her back. She cannot read, she cannot write, but she can smoke her father's pipe. She asked her mother for 50 pence to see the elephant over the fence. She jumped so high to the sky, didn't come back to the 4th of July. She went off